Speedways, but yellow flag is out. All drivers here in this, the Dustin Jones 60 on the inside, 81 of Darrell Beachley on the outside. They actually kind of shuffled the 81 car of Beachley out of this one. Down a little lower than, higher than he really wanted to be. Dustin Jones hanging on to the lead, but Beachley is not going to give it up. Tucson Speedway, great racetrack. As Dustin Jones in the 60, Darrell Beachley in the 81. They got up there and challenged the lead just a few laps ago. Right on his bumper. Out the doors, together now. Beachley says, I feel really strong. I'm going to give it a shot here on lap number 2. Right to the bottom here through 1 and 2. Let's come up the making test. He got a good look to see what he can do on the bottom. Let's see. Dylan Jones says, try it again, and I may keep you down there. Right there, Beachley. As his Chuck goes in the 07, Curtis Lansing in the 23. And Lansing goes to going at it. That is the difference. Right behind him is Manuel. Top 4 is pretty much all. That time he got a little sideways getting into turn number 1. That goes to the speed. He's taking a lead to the inside. Dylan Jones says, you go down, I'm going up. He knows that if he gets shot by 1, he could possibly get passed by the 3 that are behind him. Here comes Chuck Wears to the inside. One more time around. Dustin Jones in the 16. 81 of Beachley. Here comes Dylan Jones making a lead to the inside. Car is a super late model for him. Lap number 1 of 20, and taking the lead immediately is Jack Chisholm, longtime competitor here in the Northwest and the Southwest, and in series, you name it, he's running. And I'm impressed with him already. Of course, he's got a great piece of equipment underneath him. Like Barrett Garage. He's had many a champion out of Tucson Speedway and runs up in Evergreen Speedway. Yes. And watch Chisholm now fall back a bit from Silicon. That will be one of Matt Vincent, former mini stock racer out of Evergreen Speedway.
of qualifying and actually got yourself up to 10th position. But Brandon Schilling, great heat race, and boy, what a battle you guys had. And once you got a little bit of clean air, it was all good. But that's 20 laps. What's 100 going to be like?
Car's great. Car's, I can't ask for a better car, and I really got to thank my mom, dad, Travis, Robert Defoe, because at noon we still weren't going to come, and then at the last minute they're like, let's go. We had worked for a week and a half to get this thing ready to come out here and put a show on for the Chili Willy out here. So we brought it out in a hurry and qualified it and won the heat race, so we couldn't ask for a better deal.
Well, maybe that tells you something if you just show up about 5:15 on race night, just unload it and go racing and not worry about working on it.
Well, we've had more success when we break in qualifying, we won, and when we show up late, we win. So I guess we might just work on this some more.
Well, I know that you like to stay on the gas, but 100 laps you got to worry about tire wear. What's your strategy for tomorrow night?
Patience. I'm going to just have to be patient with it and race everybody, have a good hard 75 laps, but I think the last 25 laps is what's going to matter.
All right, let's hear it for our local racer, Brandon Schilling, winner of one of our heat races. And real excited to walk over here and talk to Luke. And Luke had a chance to talk to you earlier today, loving our weather down here. And I know that you haven't been behind the wheel of a super late model very much. In fact, Scott and I were talking about, I believe you did a couple races on your way to Tucson. Is that true?
Yeah, we did 2 races in Tucson Speedway, and this is only my 4th race in a race car. You know, I just jumped up from go-karts, and I'm loving it so far. You know, we're not quite as fast as, you know, we will soon be, but I think right now, you know, I'm just having a lot of fun.
Well, that gentleman that's helping with the car, I think some guy named Mike, who?
Yeah, Mike Barrett, he's awesome. He's really helped me, you know, from the first day I jumped in the car. He's given me really good tips, and we've just tried to improve this car.
Well, let me ask you this question. We know that you race karts, so that's about 3 off the ground at a very high rate of speed. What's it like to be in a super late model?
Well, everything's a little bit heavier, obviously. There's a lot more power. You need to be a little bit more patient with the throttle, and but I think in general, you know, this car is just everything's a little slower, and you're a little bit more patient with it.
Well, I don't know if you know, the gentleman that finished second behind you is older than the announcer in the booth.
That's funny.
That's Jack from Canada, by the way. He'd appreciate that. Let's hear it for the winner of one of our heat races, Luke Silican from Washington. Then here's a guy that's never run a lap in his life, gets in a backup car. Oh, just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Dustin Jones. Well, Dustin, that was a good heat race there. You and number 81 had a little paint swapping going on there, but both really good drivers. And you've been around this kind of business for a long time. I know you worked with the Drive Tech and Richard Petty School and all that. So, but when you get a car that is set up for racing and 100 lap, what is your strategy besides beating your brother?
Well, obviously that's number one, but and I don't work for Rusty Wallace. I actually work for the Rusty Wallace Racing Experience School. So yeah, just patience and keeping tires on it, not spinning it coming off is going to be the key to this race. The last 100 lapper I ran it too hard and kind of burned the tires off a little quick, but for this 100 I just got to be patient.
Well, one thing I want to ask you, this car earlier at the end of last season seemed like always there was something. Tonight it looks really good. It was very smooth. I did everything, nothing unusual, just a lot of power and smooth driving. And it's nice when you have somebody next to you, though. Troop 81 driving right there, Daryl out of Canada. I think it just makes you go faster. You don't have to worry about it. You just got to concentrate on what's next to you.
You're exactly right. And we got a new power plant underneath it. Larry Pito built this engine, so we haven't had any issues since that. And I'd like to thank my wife for helping me out, and Chuck Wares and my brother, Ronnie Weir, and of course my parents, and George Sims. I'd like to thank all you guys. Couldn't do it without you.
Well, tonight is just the beginning. What a class of cars we have here. It's going to be 30 plus in a main event, 100 laps. Nothing like we've ever seen before since winter heat, correct?
Yes, you're exactly right, and there's some good cars here. They definitely put us to the test, these hometown guys.
Well, we want to keep the trophy at home, is that correct?
You're exactly right, we will.
All right, let's hear it for Dustin Jones. Driver of the number 16 Super Late model, Chili Willy, is out here. He'll come back up there, we'll get some pictures.